Good trading day today to end the month, up 14,650 on the 250K portfolio, up 29.25 on the 50K portfolio, and we're still down on the week, 6,500, cutting those losses by cutting about 3/4 of our losses. We were down about 20,000 on the week, and month to date, up 11,456, and up on the year, 27,307, almost 11% on the year. And our drawdown is about 10,762.50 on the hypotheticals, 10,931.40 in real trading, and pretty close. We did a little better than the hypotheticals today. I think I had one extra trade on my VPS, then showed up on the research platform on tick count trend. We'll go over the trades. And so one real good trading day away from equity peaks after all that we've been through. And so I want to go over the trades on the day, but I want to talk about the state of the market. We've talked about this before, but we continue to have, when you trade, you have trend days, and they can look like this. They can look like this. They can look like this. Trend days, those are uptrends. You can do the opposite for downtrends. And then you have counter trend days, that kind of look like this, or like this. Or you can have what we've had lately, just spastic trade stays like this, that the frequency and amplitude of these counter trend moves are ever changing and very hard to find a cycle and more random. And so it's very hard to trade counter trend. It's difficult to find a pattern. And what I'm seeing here, historically, we get more of these kind of trend days and more of these kind of counter trend days, which are both very tradable. And then, you maybe get 70% of the time, or 25 to 30% of the time you get a trend day. Historically, this is a rough estimate. It's hard to quantify all of this. And then, 70% of the time, you might get 70 to 75% of the time, you might get counter trend days. And then we go through periods lately where it feels like, 90% of the time we get this kind of a counter trend day. Or chop day, more of a chop day. So 90% of the time we're getting this versus 70 to 75% this. And then it ends up resolving into extremely straight, one of these straighter trend days, which are very straight trend, which is trendier than normal, and it's less frequently than normal, maybe 5 to 10% of the time, more like 5% of the time, and this feels like 95% of the time. So it's hard to quantify this. This is just kind of a basic observation on the market conditions. We don't depend on, our strategies aren't set up to where we just absolutely have to depend on a nice, really straight trend line day. It's just, this is what we've been getting after extreme chop, instead of historically what we see of just choppier trends and trendier chops. We're getting just massive chaos followed by extreme straight line trends. And so that's kind of the state of the market and what we're seeing, especially lately. Once again, we were 2 for 6 in the S&P. Cobra 3 had a nice trade. Tick Wave had a nice trade. All of our counter trend strategies lost today, so we were right around break even on the S&P. I'm showing minus $50 hypothetical. Our tick fader lost. Our opening chop lost. Our tick chop lost. Our dynamic tick count trend turnaround loss. So a lot of our new strategies lost on a day like today, and also they were not profitable earlier in the week. The setups weren't the same earlier in the week either. So not the best week for our new chopper type strategies, but we were around break even on the S&P, though the highlight was the Nasdaq. All 6 strategies that traded today were profitable. You see Viper, 3 trades in a row, up 17.25. Tick count trend, 1 trade, plus 5.25. I actually got an extra plus 5.25 trade on my VPS, but not on my research platform. 5.75 that is. Cobra 3 hit its profit target. Tick pullback had a nice winning day, up 38.60, up about 3,500 on EVP1. And you see that just straightaway trend versus the last 2 days. I was glad to see the market open near where the previous day's close was. We had PCE The market favored PCE for whatever reason. I thought it was a little hotter than expected, but robot, the only regret I have on the day was I considered adding some contracts to robot, and I didn't do that. But robot was up on the day, and so we called for a drawdown alert yesterday, and we were down about 7,000 yesterday, and up today twice that amount. And so after I sent the email out yesterday morning, said, hey, there's a drawdown alert. We lost yesterday about minus 7K, and then today we're up 14,650. So since that drawdown alert, up about 7K, and so a good strong finish to the week. Down 4% from our equity peaks, down about 4% from our equity peaks, and up on the month about 2%, up on the year almost 11%. And so good trading on the day. Looking forward to the beginning of Q2 trading on Monday. Next week is a holiday shortened week, 4 trading days with Easter, Good Friday on Friday. And so we'll have 4 trading days. I anticipate a strong start to April. April is typically a strong month. We've had so much chop. I see that we'll end in March strong, and then in April, the market right now is at a place where everyone's thinking, oh, it's been on a run, time for a pause. I anticipate more of this right now as we go into April. Like I said, 14,000 is a target on the Nasdaq for me, which is 700 points higher, and so I think we could go hit that next week maybe, and then pause after Easter. And so we'll see. Those are the trades on the day for Friday, March 31st, 2023. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.